Hi, I'm Joe White.
And I'm Katy Reynolds.
Welcome to Behind the Curtain, Ashland Community Theater. We are here today to talk about our 2015 year in review.
I can't believe it's over.
Well, it's not over yet. There's still a few more days left in the year.
Couple weeks left. Yeah. It went fast.
It did. But before we begin, I want to talk about how this all started. I was on a show with Yolanda Greaves, Around the Clock, and she interviewed us about one of our shows we did in 2014. And she was kind enough to have us back a couple of times to promote those shows.
Who's us? I wasn't there.
It was myself and me and I, the three of us were on the show.
That's a crowd right there.
All three of us were there. Well, you were on the show this year.
I was. I finally got to be on the show.
Yeah. And Yolanda was very kind enough to invite us back a couple of times. But leaving the show, I talked to the people here at WACA-TV, Barbara and Paul, who were very supportive of the work that we've been doing and kind of felt that this would be a great idea to expand into 2015 and be more partners.
Wait a minute, so they thought that would be a great idea all on their own, or did maybe somebody present that idea to them?
We don't really need to get into all the details. We can just,
Where did the idea come from, I wonder?
Well, it was from them that I talked to them about. Whoever brings it up first, does it really matter?
No, I'm just.
It's all about that the idea existed. And
it was a good idea.
It was a
very good idea.
And immediately I jumped on it and said to Barbara, why don't we start a show called Behind the Curtain? And we did. And lo and behold, January, you, Alexa, and Bree and I did our first promo of the show. And that was our first taste of coming here. It was a 30-second promo that took an hour to do. Because
we were newbies.
I couldn't get my line straight. And all I had to say was, I'm Joe White, welcome to Behind the Curtain.
Yeah.
That was about 10 takes later, but we're getting better at it now. But just imagine, back then in January, that was over 11 months ago, we're sitting here doing our first promotion, thinking, what are we going to do for our next 11 shows?
How does this all work? What's that thing?
I don't know.
What's with all the lights?
Which camera am I looking at? Why is that clock going down?
Where are the voices coming from?
Why are they telling me to stop talking? Well, that was you too. It was both of us.
Yeah,
but,
it's very different.
Yeah, but I had an original host, was Kelly, who was with us for the first couple of episodes, but couldn't commit to coming out to Ashland all the time. And then I did a few shows by myself.
And the ratings just...
Really?
I don't know.
Wow.
I assume they would.
Wow, that was nice of you to say. But I needed to do something to get those ratings up.
You did.
And what did I do?
You had the most brilliant idea ever.
Yeah, but Yolanda wouldn't be my co-host.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so you had the second most brilliant idea ever.
Right. And you said yes.
I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
To be the co-host of Behind the Curtain. And our ratings have skyrocketed since.
Have they?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes. We're the highest rated show on Ashland Cable right now.
Wow.
I can tell you that right now.
Wow.
I know,
I'm nervous.
But you should be. But, so the first year, what we decided to do is to take some of our scenes that we've done in the past and either reenact them live on stage here, or show the film and have the actors on the show, and we'd interview them. The first ever show we've ever done was called The Drop Off, which you were in.
I was.
That
was a scene that I was in on stage, and then we redid the scene here in the studio.
Yep.
And that was really fun and cool.
And with Heidi.
With Heidi.
And we did it with Bree
and
Alexa.
That's right.
Bree
and Alexa weren't on the stage. They weren't in the stage version.
No, they weren't.
So they learned that part just to do it here in the studio. So that was kind of cool.
That's what I love about doing the show. Is it gives us an opportunity to give people different chances at some scripts that we've done in the past that maybe they couldn't do on stage. They weren't part of it yet.
Yep.
So I think this is a great opportunity for anybody who's interested in doing a 5 or 10 minute scene to be on our show.
You do have to learn the lines, though. I mean, it's not like you can't just show up here.
You can't just show up and say, I want to be in the scene. Okay. You got to learn the lines.
Yeah.
So we parlayed The Drop Off, and we went the next time. Guess what? We can't get rid of you. You did the promo. You did the Drop Off.
I did.
And then we came back and did the bartender from Muncie, and the girls from
Yeah.
Muncie. And that was also. Was that live? Did we do that one live?
Yeah, we did.
Live.
We did.
In the studio.
I had a new shirt. I remember because I had this really ugly shirt that I purchased for the stage version, and then after the show was over, I threw it out. I was like, "Who's ever going to wear that?" And then you said, "We're going to do that scene again," and I was like, "We can't. I don't have the shirt anymore." So I had to go buy another ugly shirt.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I had a different shirt. That's how I know it was
different.
Live. Yeah.
Yeah, it was live, but that was fun to do. I mean, how
Oh my God,
different
that
was
scene
that to do?
is so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Chris Dever was just amazing, and
Yeah.
Mauro Ciccarelli was just
Yeah.
amazing. It was a
Yeah.
great scene for you guys.
Yeah.
I can't
Very
believe-
well written scene.
Yes, very well. Very
Really
well
fun
written.
to act in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we parlayed that. Oh, we lost you on the third show. But
You finally got rid of
we
me.
got rid of you,
Yeah.
and we went with The Last Patient, which
Ooh,
was
another
a
really good scene. Yeah.
that Bree and I did.
Yeah. A drama.
A drama.
Yeah.
It's a little spooky kind of part.
Yes.
And Bree did a great job in that role.
She did.
And I thought that was fun to do. We didn't reenact that one. We just showed that one.
You
We
showed
didn't
the film.
We didn't do that
Okay.
one again.
Yeah.
There are some times we just can't redo them.
Yeah, some things just
takes
won't
time.
translate to the studio, I guess.
Some will. I mean, that may have. The blackness back there would have been nice.
Yeah.
With the spookiness of the ghost kind of thing. But that was a great scene as well. Then we
Mm-hmm.
parlayed that into one of my favorites, Victim's Return, which was with a great cast.
Yeah.
It
Really
was
fun.
Maddie,
cast.
Tony,
Yeah.
Connor, and Kelly
Yeah.
being up there.
And again, you did that one on film, right? You
Did that one
do
on
that here
film.
in the
Did not
studio.
did not reenact that one. That one was actually fun to do on stage, but it was great to have that cast back together and to talk
Yeah.
about some of the things that they've done. What's great is to talk to the actors.
It is. It's really fun to sort of hear their perspective on what it was like learning the role and then portraying the role on stage and then seeing it again
Yeah.
a few months later. It's always, you get a new perspective on things.
It does,
It's fun.
it does. I mean, we just played a little video that I created for the year in review that I think Barbara may be putting on, if she's able to, the copyright issues of songs being on it. But it reflects back all the things we did this year.
We did a lot this
a
year.
lot of pictures.
We
and
did a
of
lot.
stuff. It was great.
It was.
And then what did we do after that? We did some play in May. What was that about?
May. We've done so much this year. I just can't possibly
Can you go back that far?
recall. May. Well, let's see. Mother's Day is in May.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And
Was
so
it?
I think that was when we did Parents' Day.
It was.
That was our May show on
Yep.
stage.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of scenes all about parents
Yeah.
and kids and people relating to their parents.
I thought that was a great opportunity, and I liked what we did there as well. Not only did we have some scenes, but we had some compilation pieces in which
Oh
use
yeah, I
the
forgot
actors.
about those. Yes, with our little
Yep,
our
little
little
cue cards.
cue cards and yeah, those were
And
fun.
Remember what the two themes were?
I remember we solicited ideas
Mm-hmm.
from cast members and other ACT friends. And gosh, I should know what the two themes were. I was in both of them.
You were in both of them.
One was if things I wish I could tell my mother now.
Yep,
And the other one was things they don't tell you about being a parent.
exactly.
Yeah.
Things
Some of
that-
those were funny.
Those were really
And some of
fun.
them were poignant.
poignant.
Yeah.
That was fun. It was
And,
great.
I think the audience loved those.
Yeah, we had a lot of feedback from
lot of good
from
feedback.
the people coming to the show that
Yeah.
they really enjoyed those little compilation pieces.
Yeah, those were cool.
So maybe in the future when we do another show, we might have those.
We're going to
back.
do another show.
We're planning. So, but that was a great experience. So doing shows on TV.
Yeah.
And doing the stage play.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and after that we rolled right into coming back on stage again in May. We did a show, Party Time, in which came from the Parents' Day show,
Yeah.
in which Tim Loff and I. That's when I became solo host of the show.
Right.
And then
But you
Tim-
gained a brother.
I did gain a
Yeah.
brother this whole
You
year.
lost a host, gained a brother.
I lost a host, gained a brother. I mean, Tim and I played that scene, and neither one of us have siblings
In real life.
in real life.
yeah.
And we played brothers on that scene. And we
Good
worked-
actors. Good actors.
Thank you. It was great to work with Tim.
Yeah.
To not only we did that reenactment here, that was special. Because you ever get into a part that you just don't want to let go?
Yes.
That part I did not want to let go.
Yeah.
And we wanted to do that one live again.
Yeah.
Now, what part would you not want to let go?
Ooh. There are certain scenes that I've done. I mean, I haven't been doing this for that long, but there are a couple of scenes that I've done that I know if anybody asked me to do that scene again, I would be like, yes, I would love to do that scene again. And two of them are from our very first show, the DMV scene.
Yep.
I would love to reenact that scene. That was so much fun. And the bartender and the girls from Muncie. I could do that
Do
scene
that
a
all
million
the time.
times.
That is one of those
Yeah.
classics. Like you just
Yeah.
you can just dust that one right off
Yeah.
and be right back in there.
And there are lines from that scene that I still, to my children's horror, just
What?
spout on
What do you-
occasion.
Which ones? What do you spout?
Let's see. So some of the ones from that scene that occasionally come up are, Maureen, you're thinking about it, aren't you?
While she's in there with the lipstick and the. Normally
Yeah.
I wouldn't, because
Yeah.
MN.
Yeah,
Normally I wouldn't.
yeah. That was such a fun
That-
scene.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great scene. It's funny, I think about some of those, like what and one of the questions I have, we can jump to if you want, but
Okay.
what was your favorite scene that you were in? You just answered the two of them, I think. But
Yeah, I mean, those
but those are both in 14. What was your favorite scene to be in
Ooh,
15?
in 15.
In 15.
Ooh, my favorite scene to be in, including the interns.
Yeah. Could be
Okay.
anything you've done in 15, anything.
So I'm trying to
acting-wise.
think. I loved the scene that I was in the spring show,
Trapped in
Consequences. That was a really great scene, and I loved acting with Alexa and Holly.
Oh wow, yeah.
Gosh, the interns. What was my favorite scene in the interns? I liked some of the scenes that I wasn't in, I think, better than the scenes that I was in.
My favorite line of you for the interns
What?
was retrospective.
Oh, yeah.
It
I
wasn't
don't
even- it was
need
you.
you giving me your retrospective on what you didn't get, or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I loved every scene I was in the fall play. I think I just had so much fun with all of those scenes. They were all a little bit different.
Yep.
And I got to be with different actors each time. And yeah, I just really enjoyed all of
You
those.
mean therapy sessions?
Therapy sessions,
Yeah,
yeah.
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 That was awesome.
What about you? What was your favorite scene to be
Oh.
in 2015?
My favorite scene to be in, that was tough. Party Time is up there
Yeah.
with Tim, but that was more of a stretch for me because it was more dramatic and wasn't supposed to be funny. But thoroughly enjoyed AMT for
Yeah.
therapy sessions.
How could you not?
I watched that again the other night. We
Yeah.
have the video back, and it I just did not want to make a mistake because those guys, Morrow, Chris, and Heidi,
Yeah.
were just phenomenal, and I just didn't want to mess it up.
Yeah.
I had to be. Somebody mentioned.
You had to be the straight man.
Somebody said that you were I was a good Bob Newhart straight man.
Yeah.
For that role, but
Yeah.
that was such a fun scene to rehearse with those people.
Yeah.
And Chris Dever, who lives out of town, rehearsed with us via the phone.
Yeah.
We still got those rehearsals in every week. You know,
Yeah.
a couple hours, 2-3 hours.
We have a couple of ACT players who are very dedicated,
Yeah.
and even though they live kind of far away, they
Yeah.
will rehearse
Yeah.
on the
They will-
speakerphone
yeah.
and
Yeah.
really pull off these great performances. Chris and Holly.
Holly and Chris. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're fantastic.
Yeah. That would be my favorite one.
All right.
Then we did All Flowers Bloom at Different Times,
Mm-hmm.
which was part of our spring show. We actually did something different with that show. You weren't part of the show
I was
then.
not. No.
We actually kind of didn't reenact it. We kind of showed it the way it was aired on stage or played on stage.
Yeah.
And then we came back and said, what would this be if we did it as a comedy?
Oh my gosh.
And we did it as improv. And we had everybody come in and trying to be improvisational. Is that a right
Yeah,
word?
that's
Is that
a
the right
word.
word?
That's a word. Good job, Joe.
That's good. I'm learning. But I think if you go back to that show, Phil, who's one of our sound guys at WACA, said he watched that show again. He goes, that was pretty interesting the way you guys showed the scene dramatic and then tried to come back and show it as trying to spin it as a comedy.
Yeah.
And it was completely different.
And I
It
know
was
the actors
completely
really
different.
found that like a good stretch.
It was a stretch. Some people
Yeah.
were challenged by it. Some people
Yes.
didn't like it as much, but
Yeah.
some of them felt it was kind of cool to be different,
Yeah.
trying to make that character
Well,
a
I
little
think
bit
even the
funny.
ones who didn't like it told me later that they
Yeah.
really felt like it was a good exercise for them to
Yeah.
kind of try to
Yeah.
do something different.
So I felt that was a great show that we did. That's one of the
Yeah.
things that I think we turned a little bit. I think we got better at our shows as we go. Speaking of getting better at our shows,
Yes.
I think in July 30th, when you became my co-host,
Yeah.
and then she now knocked me out. Now she's the sole host starting next year.
So what are you doing here?
I don't know. It's my swan song. But we had Trapped in Consequences.
Yes, we did. So I got to be, that was my first time as the co-host,
Yep.
and then I actually had to be a guest of
Be a
myself as a co-host, which was a good exercise
Good
right
exercise.
there.
And then you had to interview people that
I
were
had
on
to
the
interview
show.
myself.
Yeah, how do you like interviewing people on the show? Does that come naturally to you? Do you like that? What do you like about this show?
What do I like about this show? I like being, because we have these kinds of conversations with the actors a lot, and it's really fun to have it in front of the camera and then be able to watch it later and see how it all plays out. And it's just so much fun. We have a lot of really fun, funny characters in our little troupe, and it's fun to be able to get them all together and talk about things and then watch it later.
What I like about it is you work so hard doing the play,
Yeah.
and it goes so fast. Like whether
Oh,
you
it
do 2 or
does.
3 shows,
Yes.
and you're done. And talking about not being able to let go. I did not
Yeah.
There was such sadness of leaving that show. But having this show behind the curtain enables us to live that feeling again, getting those people back together,
Right.
talking about it, reliving it, and then kind of like really enjoying those
And then being able to
moments.
watch it whenever we want.
Exactly. That's right. And then, so that kind of ended. That was our summer. We didn't do anything at all in the summer because after that show, we decided.
Oh, I
wait a
probably should have
second.
invited you along, but we kind of did a lot this
Wait
summer.
a second. After that, you said to me, "Are we going to do anything this summer?"
Yeah.
your
Actually, I
son
think that
hadn't-
was when I became co-host of this show. We were already in the
process,
throes of
yeah.
our big summer project.
Because you
Yeah.
decided that your son wanted to do something about some
Yeah.
cookie factories, some donut. What's the show?
My son, who has enjoyed very much watching us on stage, he had said to me in the spring, "What are you guys doing over the summer? Because I really want to do something with ACT. I'm really sad that I'm always away at school when you guys have your shows, and I really want to be a part of something." And I said, "Well, I don't know. I'll talk to Joe, and I'll find out what we're doing this summer."
And then I said, "What are we doing this summer?"
No, and Joe said, "We're not doing anything this summer." And I said, "Oh, actually, yes, we are." And he said, "Okay."
Okay.
All right,
Works
Katy.
for me. But we had, you had this great idea about it, and I said,
Yeah.
let's make a mini series, and we did the interns,
Yeah.
and worked with a phenomenal cast.
Oh, unbelievable. And the
Phenomenal
crew. I
cast.
mean, it was such a great collection of people in front of
Absolutely.
the camera, behind the camera, beside the camera. Yeah, it was awesome.
And
Every minute of it was so much fun.
And Miles was fantastic
Yeah.
and accommodating
Yeah.
and teaching us things we didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know what a B-roll was.
Oh,
I didn't
who
know
knew
anything.
anything?
I didn't know anything.
I remember writing the script
Yeah.
and I'd be looking up
Yeah.
online, what's
Yeah.
some terminology that people use on television? I don't know any of this stuff.
But it was a great experience.
It really was.
It was fantastic.
It was.
We've got all the DVDs done.
Yeah.
We're having some issues with uploading to Amazon, but we'll get there. But it's a great product. Fantastic summer. I
Yeah.
felt it was one of the songs that I put on there with the compilation piece was "The Time of My Life." It
Oh,
was
it was.
absolutely
It
so
was.
fantastic. And the actors were just absolutely phenomenal to work with.
Oh my gosh, they were. They were phenomenal
part.
and fun and energetic, and they were also enthusiastic about the project and just willing to try different things and do 27 takes if that's what we had to do.
Absolutely.
And everybody was it was a really great, cohesive.
Unit. Yeah, it was great.
Project,
And we will have them. That's the only thing we'll say about 2016. We will have them in our first show.
We will.
In 2016.
We're going to get those kids
We're going to
back
get them all
here.
back here.
Yeah, probably we will get a couple of words in edgewise. But
Maybe. I would
but
think, well,
not
with,
many.
Not with your
Not
kid,
many.
Not with your guy. I know we're getting some time.
Oh my gosh, the time's just flying by.
So we did not Mother's Day, which was unfortunate because it didn't quite take. We
Yeah,
have the video of it,
That was a big disappointment.
but we'd have no audio.
Yeah.
Which is when they want me on the show, that's how they usually want it. But for these guys, the Not Mother's Day cast were fantastic, and
Yeah.
and they were here, and we.
And it
couldn't
was
get
cool
to-
because that was the day we filmed in the kitchen.
Yes.
So that scene,
Yeah.
when we
Would've
did
been
it on
perfect.
stage,
Yep.
took place in a kitchen. And when we filmed it here,
Yep.
not the scene itself, right? We
No,
didn't film a
we
scene,
did
but
not film a
we
scene.
had the kids to be interviewed, and we were in the kitchen because that night was our premiere in here.
Absolutely.
And so this was all
August
set up
20th,
for the premiere. So we were interviewing the teenagers from Not Mother's Day in the kitchen, and then we had a technical glitch.
But
And so the episode never aired.
no, but we still have audio of it, a video of it.
We
no
have the
audio,
video,
yeah.
but yeah, that probably doesn't mean anything to
Doesn't mean anything to
many
the cast,
people
but
other
it
than
means
us.
that to us.
Yeah.
Then
So we're
we-
going to do that one again
We're going to do
sometime.
that. We got Not Mother's Day scheduled for the redo in next year around Mother's Day. So
Oh,
that'd
do
be
we?
nice. Yes.
Oh, so you're giving away more
I'm
secrets about 2016.
I'm slipping up here. One of my other favorite parts of this year, we did Gray Matter live here with,
Yes.
and we learned so much from our mid-season, summer season of interns
Yeah.
that we learned how to do different angles and different
Yeah,
takes.
yeah.
And Paul was fantastic teaching us how to do different types of things. So
Yeah.
we're learning so much this year. It was absolutely
Yeah.
fantastic. And
It was a growth year.
It was definitely a growth year.
Big growth year.
Then we did Speed Dating is Scary and The Seance back to back,
Yeah.
which were great scenes that you wrote.
Thank you,
And
yes.
they were fantastic, and we had the cast here.
Yeah, those were really fun.
And those were great. I would have loved to do one of those live, but it was just very difficult because we're in the middle of our show,
Getting
writing
ready
our
for
show, doing
the-
therapy sessions,
And rehearsing. Yeah.
rehearsing and therapy sessions. which was our fall play.
It
which
was.
I can't believe we've done so much this year.
I know.
All of
and
that.
all of it's so good.
And it was amazing. And the fact that we've had the highest attended show, Therapy Sessions, broke with the records in attendance, both in people coming and in box office.
People on the stage.
People on the stage, 23 different actors.
Yeah.
And the stage itself was absolutely fantastic.
Oh my gosh,
thanks
that
to
set. Rich Greaves. Can't say enough about Rich Greaves and building that phenomenal set that every single person who has seen the show commented on the set.
They felt it was like they were going to a very professional show.
Yeah.
And
he made us look very good.
Made us very good. Rachel Castleberry, who was our stage manager for this year,
oh my
was
gosh,
at a
what
lot
find.
of our, so many of our rehearsals during the week, weekends. And
She was the glue.
definitely the glue that put a lot of this together.
Yeah, because there was a lot of pieces to that show, and she really wove them all together. I'm mixing my metaphors here, but that's okay.
I like when you mix metaphors.
So then we did that show, and then it was like, oh,
Well,
the year's coming to an end.
I can't believe it. It was such a sad time because we did so much this year.
Yeah.
We didn't want it to end. But then the holiday, Thanksgiving came around.
Yeah, thank goodness.
And
that was good
it
planning on your part, Joe.
I'm a planner.
The show right before Thanksgiving.
I'm a good planner.
That was good planning.
What was great about this year for me, I think, was that we got so many new people involved in our organization.
New, talented, interesting, cool people.
And
a whole bunch
the
of
word's out about us. So we want people involved. So.
Yeah.
But we got 5 minutes left of the show.
All right.
Before we go, I had some questions. I had one question for you, and I have the same question for me because I know my answer.
You're going to interview yourself?
I'm going to, of course, somebody's got to. No one talks to me that much. But what is the scariest or most nervous moment that you experienced in 2015?
In ACT?
It could be. It could not be. But my answer is non-ACT, but I'll tell you.
Really?
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna focus on ACT because that's what this show is all about.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna
Well,
stay
it's
with
usually
the goal.
all about you, but
So, Anyway, so the scariest moment that I had in 2015 with ACT, gosh, that's hard to choose because there were a lot of them. Mm-hmm. So I was very nervous the first time I hosted the show here with you.
Really?
Very, very scared. Yes.
I am an intimidating creature. I know that.
Well, I'm not afraid of you. No, you know that. But I was just afraid of the whole medium of like being in front of the camera. What if I look stupid? What if I look stiff or say something dumb? And I don't know. And then what if people don't like it? What if it goes on the air and then the ratings plunge and Joe fires me?
No, never.
Because I need the income,
You do, yes.
Then the other thing that I found very scary was the opening night of Therapy Sessions, because of all of our shows, that was the only one that you and I wrote the entire thing, and I was very nervous about how it would be received.
It was all on our shoulders.
And having been working on it for so many months and so focused on it and so just immersed in it, I thought maybe it's not funny, maybe it's not good, maybe people are going to see it and go, oh my God, these people should just be, told not to.
Right.
Quit their day job. But anyway, so I was very,
Wow.
very, very nervous about that.
Wow. See, for me, all the things that we talked about, hosting the show, getting in front of people, getting in front of the audience, doing the shows, none of that bothers me.
Oh, I know that about you, yeah.
You know that?
I know that about
it
you.
It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
The scariest moment of this entire year was 2015.
Yeah.
Was in May,
Yeah,
just after the Parents' Day was over.
okay.
My son is graduating college. My wife is down there with my other daughter, and I am alone with my youngest daughter and getting her ready for her junior prom. I was more nervous about her, getting her to the place to get the hair done and getting her back and taking, that night was more nerve-wracking than anything you could possibly ever do in front of a camera.
That's a lot of responsibility for a dad.
So to me, that was the most nerve-wracking thing that I did. I know it had nothing to do with ACT, but I related it to the fact of all the things that I did, I was not nervous.
Yeah.
Not nervous about talking to people at all, but anyway. Most exciting moment of 15, I know we only have a few minutes, so most exciting moment and what was a not so exciting moment, not so good moment for the year.
The most exciting moment of 2015, ACT related?
Yeah.
All right, we're staying on the theme.
Stay on the theme. Yeah,
the
that's
most
the
exciting
show.
moment, ACT related, I would say the first day of filming for the interns.
First day of filming?
The first day of filming, I was so excited.
Yeah.
Just to take that script and see it with all the kids and see it all come together. I was so excited for that to happen.
For me, it was the premiere, the night of the premiere,
Really?
in which people were coming in, and we invited people to come see it,
And
and they were showing up. And we didn't
Yes,
even charge them.
that was exciting.
They were coming in to
they
see
showed
it.
up,
So
and
to me,
they-
that was exciting.
Yeah,
It
we didn't have to
felt
pay
like a
them or
premiere.
anything.
It felt like a premiere.
It did.
That was exciting.
Because of the red carpet, thanks to Barbara.
Any
we had a
moment
red
not
carpet.
so good? Any moment come to mind that wasn't there?
That wasn't exciting?
Yeah, there were-
everything that has to do with ACT is exciting
Really?
to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I
Yeah.
find it all thrilling.
I'm only
It's
going to
true.
say one word. Apple. And we'll just leave it. Leave
Even
the
the
apple.
even the tension
Even
is
the-
it's
even
better
the
than
apple.
being at home.
Exactly.
You
Yeah,
know,
imagine the tension.
playing video games or whatever.
We talked about the favorite scene you were in. We talked the favorite scene. The one thing, we have a minute and a half, and then
Okay,
we'll talk about
okay.
16. So
Okay.
keep time in mind here. What scene, if we were to recast
Yes.
anything, what
Yeah.
would you want to be in? I think I know the answer to this one, and that's why I actually put it on the schedule for 2016.
What scene, if we recast it, would I want to be
Yes.
in?
Yes.
Well, okay, if I were, we're talking like in an ideal world here, right?
Sure.
Okay, I would love to attempt, and I wouldn't be able to do it
Okay.
to the same level, but I would love to attempt Heidi's part in AMT, the singing.
Oh,
The singing role.
really?
Yeah.
Really?
I love singing, and
Really?
I love musicals,
Wow.
so I would like that.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
I pictured you as Cindy or Julie in the Cindy Julie scene.
Ooh, I wanted one of those roles. Yes.
And did you see my schedule for 16?
I did not.
You didn't?
Are you giving away more secrets? Ooh, I would love that. Yeah.
That's on our schedule.
Ooh,
for
that would be
16,
fun.
yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good.
So
take that.
speaking of 16, we're not giving any away secrets.
No, any more than the three
But-
that you've already.
But I want to thank everybody who's been involved and supportive of it. There's not enough time
Yes.
to thank everybody who's been involved.
All of you out there.
Everybody who's been.
And everybody in
yeah,
here.
Everybody in here. WACA TV
Yeah.
have been supportive. All of our sponsors, all of our actors, writers, stage people, crew, sound, everybody. We
Everybody.
tried to mention as many people as we could. You made 2015 absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And we're very, very excited about our plans for 16.
Yes, we
And
are.
you know, we're not going to tell you what they are because we're going to have you come back and listen in on 2016 on our new show next year, Behind the Curtain, next episode. So
All right.
thank you guys very much.
Happy
Thank you
holidays.
so much for a wonderful 2015.
You too. The alarm's going off.
Yeah. You think?
I don't know. Let's see what Paul thinks.
Yeah. See, that clock helps so tremendously.
does.
Well,
It's
I did
awesome.
not. We went. It went like boom. Like
Yeah.
it was 9 minutes. It was like I looked up. I can't believe it's 9.
Yeah.
We have a lot to do in 9 minutes, but we got it in.
Yeah? Do you need us to redo anything, or think you can work with what you got? All right.
Yeah.
Yay!